At least that's what it says anyway. Here on YouTube, welcome to the Psychic Cafe. Come on in, grab your latte or tea, pull up a chair, and let's hang out. Hey, it's Valentine's Day coming up on Friday.
Hey.
So we got some Valentine spreads for you. We got what else? We're going to talk a little bit about couples numerology and when you get charts done, and you can do a comparative analysis and how that helps as well. Um, Charlotte's supposed to be with us tonight, but she's running late. So fingers crossed she makes it in. Don't know. But Michelle and I are here, and apparently the cat. God, that cat
And
is big. That's a
he
big one.
is. He is part Maine Coon. He is about 20 or more pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he looks like a panther.
Ooh, the panther kitty. Look over here, kitty. Kitty. He can't hear me.
The
Oh, now he's kind of looking, sort of. Ooh, looked like an owl there
heck
for a
we know.
second. He looked like an owl for a second there. Yeah. So card hoarder is in. Sally is in. Hi, Sally.
Hi, Sally.
Hi, craft hoarder.
Hi, Michelle.
I didn't really promote, like I sent out our regular newsletter, email blasts, and stuff like that earlier, a couple days ago or a day ago or something.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I got one.
yeah, I was hurrying to get the PDF together for the love spreads, and that took all afternoon. And like I just couldn't get around to posting. So when I post on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, oh sorry, X Twitter,
Twitter.
and Instagram, it's all going to be like it's going to be the replay of the show. It's like, okay, go watch. Yes, yes. So you do numerology reports too.
I do. Um, In fact, next month on Michelle's Mystic Corner, I'm going to be going over the basics of numerology.
Nice. That's going to be a good show. Yeah.
Hmm.
So you do you calculate a chart of nine numbers
Hmm.
in the numerology, and then that can be created into a whole report. You're talking about, where they are in their personal year cycle and the other eight numbers. And so although most people, like in astrology, you focus on the sun signs. I'm a Gemini. Yeah, well, there's a whole natal chart that has a lot more stuff.
Right.
Same thing with
Hmm.
numerology. We
Yep.
focus on our life paths a lot, destiny numbers, maybe the attitude number or the personal year number, but really there's nine numbers. And what's really cool is you can do a chart for you and your partner, and then you can do
Yes.
a comparative analysis. Now, it's not predicting the future. A lot of people lump numerology and astrology in with like psychic readings and tarot and everything. It's not predictive. Astrology can be predictive under some circumstances, not when we're necessarily talking about a natal chart. It's influences. It's the underlying foundation of a person, which is the same thing with the numerology chart. And so we can look at tendencies, strengths and weaknesses, and we can compare that with somebody else's chart. And it doesn't have to be, a partner. It could be your kids, your parents. It could be coworkers, your boss, best friends, things like that. And what's really great about comparing is, you're looking at, I start with the life path numbers and the attitude numbers and see how those compare before I look at the rest of the chart. And then you're looking at, the personal year numbers, because you're going to be most likely in a different place in the 9-year cycle than the other person. So you can see how that's going to influence things.
Yeah,
Um,
like I'm I'm in
yeah.
a personal year Oh my goodness. I think in my personal year cycle 9 and Dan is in his 1. Or maybe
Yeah.
it's vice versa. My brain I'm being not being let go of.
So
Um
one of you are at the end of the cycle with,
mhm.
and then one of you is at the beginning of the cycle. And this
Yep.
is 2025. So that's a 9. We're in a hermit year, world year of 9, which is about endings, and we're getting set up for next year, 2026, when it's going to be a 1 year, the start of a new cycle. But that's the world year number for everybody. But all of us have our individual personal year numbers. So, you might be in a 7 year and wanting to do, draw back a little bit, be a little bit more hermity, you know you want to do some research, you're doing some studying, or you're teaching, or something like that. And then your partner might be in a 5 year, which is they want to ride the roller coasters at that point, right? So you can see how that could be a conflict. Well, there's a whole bunch of different possible conflicts, and also things that gel up together, come together nicely depending on what personal you're in. And then you're looking at life path numbers. You might have someone again that's like a 7 life path, and you might be more outgoing with like a 5 life path. And so there could be a little bit of friction there, where your partner needs their alone time, but you want to go out and you want to go party and you want to ride the roller coasters and go on trips and things like that. But then you also have to look at the other numbers, because your life path numbers might be what we call in numerology not compatible, even toxic. I
Yep.
call them challenge numbers, because
Yeah,
once you know what's going on, right, Michelle, then you can look out for those things and you can smooth them
exactly.
over. That's the whole
Yep.
idea of numerology. It's not that it's predicting things. It's not that it's, going to solve every life problem. What it is, it's going to tell you your strengths and weaknesses as an individual, and then the other person's, and you can look at that, and you can also look at the other numbers and see what's going on. You might have life path numbers that are challenge numbers. Other numerologists call them toxic. Don't even date that
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
I don't believe in that crap. You see,
No.
because you might have attitude numbers that are the same. You might both have 4 attitude numbers. You like structure and organization and things like that. And that could be one of the elements where in your chart where you guys work together really well, you see. So that's why it's great, especially around this time, the month of love, with Valentine's Day coming up. It's great to, get a numerology chart for you and your partner. I got a sale going on right now. It's 2 for 1, you know. So you and your partner, or it could be you and your boss, you and your kids, you and your parents, you and your best friend, you know, someone else
Hmm.
in the family, a coworker, and I can do what I'm doing with that is it's 2 for 1, and I'm giving you the analysis free and writing up a report for that. So the other thing we wanted to talk about was love spreads. Before I
Yes.
before I go there though, I'm gonna pop up the love sale, because it's half off membership, professional certification, courses, readings, and more. And the more is the numerology chart. So here's the pricing on these things. They're all half price. So the numerology report, you see numerology there, $47. So normally I do $47 for 1 and 67 for 2. So it's not quite half price, but because it's technically 2 for 1, I'm calling it half price. $47. Membership in the guild is only $39 for the year. That's $3.25. With today's prices, Michelle, that's half the cost of a latte.
That is. That's dirt cheap.
Yeah. And what you can do is become a member, and you don't even have to be a professional. You can just join and take all the workshops that are for members only. And you can join us here on these Zooms, like Michelle and I, on camera. And if you don't, if you're a little camera shy, you can just do audio, but you can come on the Zooms and your questions and reading requests get taken first before everybody in chat. So for $3.25, I think that's a smoking deal. And if you are a professional, certifications usually $138 per level. It's $69 per level right now. If you want to book a reading with me, it's $49.99. I know that Michelle's is yours is on sale around the same, right, Michelle? For readings? Uh-oh.
Sorry.
Oh,
Um,
there she is.
I'm still here. Um, yes, mine is about the same prices as yours, 49.99, give or
Yeah.
take. Yep.
And then lastly, if you want to enroll in my tarot and numerology course to learn all this numerology stuff, how to make the charts, how to calculate them, how to do, put it together in a report, how to read tarot cards and everything else. It's half off right now. Normally $299. It's $149.50 right now. You'll find that at psychic.cafe/love. Oh, I guess I should put that in the chat here while I'm thinking about it. Give me a second to copy this and paste it in here. And it's love. There we go. Psychic.cafe/love. That should take you over. I'm going to test it, make sure it's working. Yeah, it's working right. There you go. So, yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know all about that, considering that, well, it kind of came up. All righty. And then
Okay.
so
I I
before,
put I put in the chat. I'm so sorry. I had to get
oh,
someone to come in here.
get the cat off me. I'm under attack. Hey,
I
had
did.
Chinese tonight. Who needs tarot cards? We've got, you know,
Right?
fortune cookie, futures from Panda Express. And
Ooh,
mine says your reward is the walk, not the destination. Woohoo.
that's right. That's right.
There you go. So before we do the love spreads part, Michelle, I'm going to do, I don't know if you pulled cards for today, but I've got
I
some
got them.
cards of the day. I want to get them out of the way so we can get to the other juicy stuff.
All
Everybody
right.
chat, keep putting your questions in. We'll get to questions in a little bit here. So I got the Queen of Cups and the Five of Wands. So this is a time of intense emotional conflict. This emotional conflict can occur within oneself or with others. Conflicting emotions can be managed if one can act from a place of empathy and compassion. If the issues are at work, it may signify that there's a conflict among colleagues. The Five of Wands suggests the presence of office politics and competition, while the Queen of Cups symbolizes emotional intelligence and suggests resolving the conflict by showing empathy and understanding. If the issue is personal, it suggests that you may be struggling to manage your emotions. This combination can also indicate that you may be overthinking a situation, and by being more attuned to your emotions, you can overcome the challenges. There you go. So there's the cards of the day. And hey, you're watching this in replay tomorrow, 2 days from now, 2 weeks, 2 years from now. If you found that message, it was for you. You needed to hear that today.
Yep.
Yep. So there you go. So I put together some love spreads and one that I borrowed, which I'll show you in a second here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share, if I can find the share button. It always disappears on my Zoom for some reason. And I created a PDF, and let's see if I can pop that in the chat here. I put it in earlier, but I'll put it in again because there's been a lot of chat. So you guys can open this and follow along, and then you have it. I mean, it's not an exhaustive thing. I just wanted to put out some love spreads for, anybody that wants to read for themselves or a friend, or if you're a professional and you want some cool stuff to use on Friday and this weekend. Yes. So it's psychic.cafe/love spreads. Here's the URL. Just type that in a new tab on your browser, psychic.cafe/love spreads. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Did I spell that wrong? Okay.
No, looks right.
Uh
Love
oh,
spreads.
yeah, okay. I was seeing the S there and it was messing me up. And I'm like, I better test this to make sure. Because, like I said, I made this up on the fly last minute, didn't even have time to promote the show. So everybody in their promotions on, YouTube and everywhere, on Facebook, Instagram, X, you're going to get them. You're going to get the replay. So yeah, just type that in and you'll get the PDF and you can keep it. Yes. And you can follow along here. I'm going to try to share this here. Dun, 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 if I can find it. There it is. Okay. You got that, Michelle?
Yep.
So recently we did shows on my 5-card yes no spread, 3-card spreads, and tarot squared and everything like that. I thought I'd start off with a 3-card spread because we talked about, keeping things simple. Right. Okay. So here's a simple 3-card spread you can do. So you've got you, that's the card there on the lower left, lower right, them, your partner, what have you. And then the card above is the relationship. You can get a lot of information just out of this. And yes, I'm showing on here 1-card placements, but as many of you know, I don't pull 1 card for anything. So even with 1-card placements, sometimes I'll pull 3 cards for you, 3 cards for them, 3 cards for the relationship. They'll fit on the table. The next one is the Heart Opener Tarot spread. Maybe you feel a little closed in. Maybe you're wondering why relationships aren't coming in, or people to date, what have you. So you can take a look at this and this might give you some insight. Michelle, I tried to make this look like a heart.
I can
The
see it.
layout, do you see
Yeah.
it? Oh, good. i
Yep.
was I was gonna put a heart behind it so you knew, but I didn't have the time. So
Yeah, you can see the graphic outline of it.
yep. So with this one, you kind of start actually at the bottom. Why is my heart closed? Get some insight on that. How can I open my heart? And then on the upper left there, how can I view the world through the eyes of love? So that's basically like reframing. We call that reframing in NLP, hypnosis. And then the card in the upper right is the result of this. Another, small but powerful spread. The next one I've got, and I wish Charlotte was here. I put this in for her. And it's funny because she just got this new deck, which I think the cards are even heart shaped and they're perfect for this. And she's running late. I hope she gets on the show so she can at least show the cards. Otherwise, next show, we'll get her to show the cards. So
Oh,
this
but I
one
hope
is,
she shows up.
yeah. So this one is the self-love tarot spread. And I've got it laid out in a spread of 4 cards. And so the first card at the top there, something I love about myself. For some reason, this reminds me of like when we're journaling, uh, what we're grateful for,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
Because even if you're not feeling great about yourself, which might be what's blocking you from drawing in people, or self-sabotaging relationships and things like that. You should still be able to find at least one thing, and there's probably a lot more that you love about yourself. And then the right, middle right, I guess I should say, where can I be kinder to myself? This is
Mm,
important too, right?
it is.
And then on the left, where can I be more patient with myself? And
These
then
are very good questions.
you like that? Oh, good.
Yeah, yeah.
The lower one, energies and strategies to call on. So this may that card is
Mm,
all the cards are going to give you some ideas, but especially that lower card,
yes.
that placement on energies and strategies can tell
I,
you, what to do, where to go next.
yeah, I really like that because, like you were saying, you can add more cards, you
Mm-hmm.
know, especially if you have like a chakra deck or, an energy type deck that you can
Yeah,
use in conjunction with the other decks.
with
Yeah,
tarot. Yeah, you can do
yeah.
tarot and say a relationship oracle or something like
Yes.
that. Yeah. And then this one is the 5 card cross. So just like with the Celtic cross, this is similar to the cross there. The 5 card cross relationship spread. Okay, so your center card is the current state in the relationship, right? And then you've got your role on the left and your partner's role on the right. And the bottom is past foundations. What's the foundation of all this? What's going on? Right. And then possible future outcomes at the top there.
Nice.
Yeah. And then I grabbed this one from Emerald Lotus Divination, found this on the web, and I figured I just grab it and pop it in here rather than trying to, fit all those cards onto something like this and
Right.
recreate it. I just figured, hey, I'll give them credit. Emerald
Yep.
Divination. And this is an 8 card spread. So this is the most complicated of all the spreads. And this is actually manifesting a soulmate. Yeah. So let me just go through the placements real quick. The first one is a card to represent a soulmate that I can manifest into my life. And, if there's somebody in particular, or if you have, jot it down on a piece of paper, the attributes of someone that you'd like to draw in, you could put that under card 1. And then card 2, or I should say placement 2, I don't know. Anyway, how can I vibrationally attract this person into my life like magnets? And card 3, a way that I can be more open to receive this person. And then card 4, something about this person that I'm not expecting. I love that. Love that. And then there's a row on the bottom, card 5, how I will meet this person. Card 6, what I will think about them upon meeting them. And then card 7 is how I will know this person is my soulmate. Consider this card itself, but also symbols, numbers, colors, messages. And then card 8 is just how can I better understand the law of attraction? So this might give you a little hint.
And with these, I like that, especially if you're not looking for a significant other,
Mm-hmm.
soulmates are not always the significant other. They can be a best friend. If you're
Right.
looking for just a friend, I mean, you can use these for just looking for friendship. These are,
Yep.
you use them to your advantage.
So there you go. And if you're watching this in replay, you can just scroll back, or zoom back on the video and just freeze frame it and take a picture. But you can just download the PDF. We made it real simple for you there. So some fun stuff to do. Valentine's Day is coming up Friday. Oh my God.
I actually spaced Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Almost
So
forgot about it.
let's look in the chat here. We got Maria. We said hi to Craftwater earlier. Uh and that's Michelle, right?
Yes,
And
Misha.
then hold on, my my chat room is freezing. Give me a second here. Okay, Sally came in. We mentioned Sally. We said hello to Sally. Anne, hi Anne. Angela came back in, one of our regulars. Hi,
Hi,
Angela.
Angela.
Nilda. Oh my God, I haven't
And
seen Nilda in forever. You remember Nilda?
oh, hi, Nilda.
I don't think you've been here in a while, Nilda. Aisha's here. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Aisha or Aisha. I always butcher the names.
Yep.
Yeah. So we'll do some questions. I see them popping questions in. If you haven't put your question in yet, you can just say, please give me a message from the universe, and we'll just pull a card or two. But if you have a specific question, just go ahead and type it in. Or you can type it in on a super chat. So right there where you type it in, there's the dollar sign. Click that, click super chat, type in and the amount, and you can send us some love. And by the way, we take super chats first, of course. We
Yep.
take super chats first. And also, if you buy us a cup of coffee, let me pop that one in. It's at the top, but I'll pop it in again. And so it's psychic.cafe/coffee. So I can pop up here for a second. Where's my coffee one? There it is. So just type that in a new tab on your browser, psychic.cafe/coffee. That's our tip jar. If you just want to send us some love, if you love the shows, love hanging out, or if you want your reading taken first and you want us to spend more time with you, that's how you do it. Yes. Oh, and of course, we mentioned at the top of the show about becoming a member.
Yes.
Remember that
Hmm.
$3.25 a month, 39 bucks. And that is actually the best way because then you can join us here on these Zooms. By the way, if you're one of our members and you haven't heard about this yet, let me pop the link. Oh, hi, Lorraine. Lorraine just came in.
Hi,
Let,
Lorraine.
let me pop the link in the chat, Michelle,
Okay.
psychic.cafe/guild members. That's a link that'll take you right to the private group. If you're already a member, you'll have access. If you're not a member, again, go to our sale, $39, sign up for the whole year. And Lorraine said she joined. Yay. Yeah.
Yay.
So
Congratulations.
open a new tab in your browser. And here, I will put the link up here too, Michelle.
Okay.
Guild members. Oops, no space there. There we go. So just type this in and it'll take you right to the private group. Remember, you have to be a member, you have to be signed in. And what you'll find is the top one or two posts will have all the links for all the upcoming shows that you can join us on the Zoom. Now, there are some shows on the network that, that's up to that show's host. Like we have the Angelic View with Ginger and Maria. We've got Michelle's Mystic Corner with Michelle right here. And that's up to them whether they want to do that Zoom feature thing, for members. But you still have all of our Psychic Cafe shows, our Psychic Cafe live shows. So that's every Wednesday, every second and fourth Sundays. And if there's a fifth Saturday in the month, like there is next month in March, there's a fifth Saturday.
Oh, that's right.
I think it's the 29th. We'll be doing a
Hmm.
show on the 29th on a Saturday. So you got Sunday shows, some Saturday shows every Wednesday that you can pop in, and we will take your questions first and your reading requests. When I say questions, it's because it's open to our members and our course student our course students. So if you're one of our students, you have access to the private course group on the website. You'll also find these links there as well, because this is your live Q&A that is promised for those enrolled in the course. This is where you come and ask all your questions about the course, about tarot, about numerology, and also, anything about membership in the guild, certification, going professional, putting your business on Psychic Cafe, getting your custom URL. We'll even help you right here live on the Zoom with I'll share my desktop, and I'll show you how to set up your custom profile and everything like that. You put buy buttons in and everything. So even if you're just starting out, you don't have a website, you don't need one. Just like Michelle and I. Here, I'll pop this in here. So like, for instance, that's the direct URL to Michelle's page, and then mine is /Dax. So you'll get a custom URL like these to take people, and you can just use it as your own website, because when they go to your profile, there's buttons. So the events button and the blog and everything, that's your events, your blog, it's all your stuff only on your profile. It's so cool, and it's so cheap. You can't get hosting at a good hosting service for websites for that price a month, $325. Yep. Oh, Ladybug came in too. Hi, Ladybug.
Hi, Ladybug.
Awesome sauce. So before we go to the questions, we're giving people time. Ladybug, if you're going to put a question in or request a mini reading, like a message from the universe, just pop it in there. Before we do that, real quick, Michelle, I'm going to mention your upcoming show.
Hey, all right.
Michelle, this Saturday, February
Yes,
15th, Michelle's doing The Power of Journaling. Oh, and we were just talking about journaling. So, hey,
we were.
that's
Yes,
perfect.
power of
Yes.
journaling.
So be sure to tune in this coming Saturday. And then this Sunday is the Angelic View. And you won't find this under the lives on our YouTube channel. You'll find it in videos as a premiere, because Maria and Ginger have already pre-recorded this episode, and it'll launch as a premiere with live chat. Yes, we're still going to have the live chat. You guys can all come, and we'll watch it for the first time, all of us together. And it's their show on the International Association of Angel Practitioners celebrates 10 years. It's 10 years since 2015 when the IAP launched. So we're going to be celebrating that, and I can't wait to see their show. And then upcoming on Wednesday, the 19th, Michelle, we're doing how to ask empowering questions. And we'll have another cool handout for you with
Oh,
hundreds of
nice.
questions. Yes,
Yes.
hundreds. We have a PDF that has hundreds of questions for the tarot, so that it's more empowering. It's not, just, will I get married? Yes, yes. And then, lastly, I wanted to mention, I mentioned this earlier, but I wanted to give you guys a visual. Also, you can go to psychic.cafe/social to read up on the change with our coffee socials, which are now combined with these Psychic Cafe live shows. The difference is everybody joins us in the chat on YouTube, but you as a member can join us actually on the Zoom live, with or without camera. You can do camera and audio, or audio only. You can even call into the show if you contact me. I don't have a link for that, but I can give you the information how to dial in. So, and you can see here on the banner, as I was saying earlier, Wednesdays, second and fourth Sundays, fifth Saturdays. Yay. Awesome sauce.
And then Nilda asked, what time on Saturday? Oh, I'm not showing.
Where are
That'll
you? Where
be
are you?
that'll be at 11 a.m. Pacific time. So that'll be,
Yep. 2 p.m. Eastern.
yep.
Yes, 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 yes. Now, these evening shows may be changing, and that's because daylight savings. Now,
Again,
here in Arizona, we don't move the time. So 6 p.m. is still 6 p.m. to me, but uh right now, 6 p.m. is 5 p.m. on the West Coast Pacific. But after this change in the what is it, the second weekend in March, next
yeah,
March.
March 9th,
Yeah.
I think.
Yep. So 6 p.m. will still be 6 p.m. for me, but it'll also be 6 p.m. on the West Coast. So we switch to, well, we don't switch, they switch, but we're on Pacific time. And I need to keep the shows where they are. I can't do 7 and I can't do 5 because I am making dinner for people and things like that. So we're going to keep the shows at 6 o'clock. So nothing's going to change for me. It's all you.
Yep.
You poor folks out there. Yeah. So basically, the Wednesday show will then be 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Right now, it's 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. So you guys are all going to shift an hour. I'm going to stay right where I am at 6 p.m. Uh, the weekend shows will remain the same, though. So it's 11 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. my time, Arizona time right now. But in March, I'll be popping back to Pacific time. So I'll be starting the show an hour earlier, but I'm not making you guys move. It'd still be 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern for the shows on Saturdays and Sundays. There you
Good.
go.
All right.
So I'm going to scroll all the way back to the beginning of, because I know Sally had the first question here. Is my boyfriend Noah surprising me with something special for Valentine's Day? Well, if he isn't, are you sure you want to keep this guy? I mean, come on. I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's like, I'm sorry, Valentine's Day, it's a must or I dump your ass. It's like, come on. So, Michelle, you can pull something on that. I'm going to look at Anna's question.
Okay.
Hello, question. Do you see a romantic relationship progress with the man who lives long distance? Okay, so you have a long distance suitor, and we'll see if it's going to progress. Yes.
Sally says, no, I'm not getting rid of him if he doesn't.
Well, then why are you asking? Don't you want to be surprised? See, this is why everybody, Michelle, this is
uh,
why everybody needs to tune in for that show that we're going to do on asking the right questions to tarot.
yes, yes.
It's like there are more empowering questions than that.
So, Miss Sally, here's what I pulled. I did Dax's 5 card yes no spread, and I've got basically all yeses. We're gonna go with that one to start. Okay, we've got right off the bat, we've got two major arcanas, the Emperor and Strength. So with these two cards, what I'm seeing is he's over here and he is seriously pondering what to get you. He knows that it has to be something that is not just a normal chocolates and roses like everybody gets, right? But we also got the Ace of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. So he's really trying to step up and do something new for you. And no matter how small it may seem to you, you have to look at it like it's a brand new start, like it's a brand new thing. The Queen of Pentacles is telling you to look at it like it's yours. Sorry, my light just came on. Look at it like like it is made or given to you with love. So even though it may look small or may not be as big and surprising as you may want it to be, it is to him. So don't look at the outward size, look at what he has done. And that's what she is doing here. See, she is looking at what was created out of love. So that's what you're going to look at. Was it given out of love? And
Mm.
then it will be the biggest surprise.
There you go. So Anne was asking about that romantic relationship with the long distance person here. And so the first three cards, I pulled the 5 card yes, no, I got one yes. So 4 no's, it's not looking good. Does that mean that, it can't change and it won't happen? That's not what I'm saying, Anne. I'm saying the way things are right now, answering your question exactly, it's a no right now. Okay. And then we've got the 7 of Swords. And look, here's him, the King of Cups, and you, the Queen of Cups. And you've got this 7 of Swords in between you. You are looking towards the past. The past is this way. Like when it's laying down here, it's to the left of me. But I have to hold this up for the camera. So I need one of those down looking, but I have to buy the contraption. Anyway, I'll get around to it
Oh,
someday.
isn't that the card of the day?
Um,
The Queen of Cups.
the Queen of Cups. Yeah, I think that was. Yeah, that was. And so it's talking about the emotions. Both of these are Cups cards,
Mm-hmm.
him and her. But she's looking into the past, and that's where the emotions are, right? He is looking almost the other direction into the future. And then you've got, the treachery card here, 7 of Swords in the middle. I mean, I don't know. I'm not getting the feeling like that he's doing anything behind your back or anything necessarily, but maybe. But I don't know. To me, it's more all the swords are thoughts and ideas. So for me, it's more overthinking this. Okay. And then you've got the Knight of Pentacles making slow progress to the very last card in the future, which is Temperance, where things are all nice and balanced and everything. And this is the only major arcana card I got and the only yes card, right? So if you can get past whatever's going on here with the emotions, and especially with you looking towards the past, facing the past instead of the future, and focused on the emotions there. I'm trying to remember what I said for the card of the day, conflicting emotions. And I was recommending, empathy and compassion in situations like this. So there you go. I hope that helped out. And I know it's not super encouraging, but there is a potential out because as it gets towards the end there's slow, steady progress and then things rebalancing with the Temperance card. And, that could mean anything from um, just opening up communication or getting better with your emotions. Or, like you said, it's long distance. Maybe you need to go to him, he needs to come to you. I don't, something like that. All righty. The next
Um,
one was from Maria Michelle. And she
and
says, huh?
I did notice that Anne did ask. She
Where?
put Anne did put my name in there for that question.
Oh, but
I,
not the top one where I'm reading it.
oh, okay, good. I'm down below, but I just wanted
Oh,
to let you know that I pulled the Knight of Swords for her,
okay.
and I just see that she needs to not worry. He's Her mate is doing his thing right now. which indicates to me she needs to be doing her thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to confirm that. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Okay. Yep. And I know she later I went down just now and looked, and she said she had requested that. We generally switch off,
Yeah.
and so you're not guaranteed who's going to read for you. I'm going to tell you right now.
Yep.
Okay. Uh of course there's a way to fix that. Again, you could become a member and join us here on the YouTube. I mean, sorry, on the Zoom call,
Yes.
and be up here with us. And if you're a member, we're going to let you request a specific reader. Also, if you send us a super chat and request in the super chat a particular reader, if you send us a cup of coffee, psychic.cafe/coffee. But otherwise, if you're just putting a question in there, A, there's no guarantee we're going to get to your question. B, it's going to be whoever's next in the rotation. Let's go back to
Maria.
Kia's. Now, she said, I have two questions. Okay, first of all, Maria, you only get one question. Okay, now these questions are kind of related, Michelle, but I want to put that out there. Again, how do you get two questions about the same thing answered, Michelle?
Yeah. You
You
have
send
to.
a super chat, you
Yep.
buy a cup of coffee, or you become a member and join us on the Zoom.
Exactly.
Okay. This is not rocket science, and this is not expensive. In fact, as it's going, I mean, it's dirt cheap, you know. Send us a super chat and you can ask two questions about the same thing. Now, if you start asking 2, 3 questions and they're all about different things, even with a super chat, it would have to be a $20, $50 super chat. But what I'm looking at here in the question, Michelle, okay, what grade do you see me getting with the bachelor degree? Will I pass the bachelor? Okay, tarot or cards, they're not going to show you what the grade is going to be. Okay. Unless you do some kind of wacky spread where you're specifying, okay, this is an A, this is an A plus, this is a B, this is a C. So this is what I'm going to say, especially because, again, if you want 2 questions, send a super chat. This is what I'm going to suggest, Michelle, is that you kind of combine this stuff together and just answer the main question. Will I pass my bachelor's degree in May working with children? And then I'm going to see what was the next.
So for Maria, I've got the Ace of Pentacles, or in this case, the Ace of Earth. Okay. So that is a good sign that you could pass. However, I've also I pulled, that's the tarot card I pulled, but I also pulled a couple of my Lenormand cards, okay? And I've got the birds and the house. So with the earth card and with these two cards, I am feeling like you really need to be grounded. You really need to know that you know the subject, because you can't pass a test if you don't know the subject. And so your best bet is to go back over everything, make sure you know the subject from top to bottom, and inside the home is where you're going to be doing that. Okay, talk to other people, talk to teachers if you have to, and make sure that you know that when you take this test, you are going to pass it, because you're going to study and you're going to learn. And the chatter is teamwork. The card birds deals with chatter. Chattering here is teamwork. You need to buddy up with somebody and really take the initiative to find a study buddy and really make sure you have this down. So that's what I have for you.
Yay. Hope that helped you out. Aisha said, is there a lot of women in connection with the guy that I'm going to marry, Zayd? Gotta love this. And look, right off the bat, Michelle, I pull the Six of Swords.
Oh my goodness.
So six is a big fat yes. And there may be like six previous things going on. But I've got good news too. The Hierophant card, you're going to get married. And the Ten of Cups, happy home life. So I think it's looking pretty good. Even if he does have all these past flings and stuff like that. Let me pull a card on that and see what comes up. Oh, Page of Pentacles. So he's a bit of a dreamer. Okay. Maybe a little bit mentally adolescent stage still. Anyway, that's what came up. That's funny. That's the first time ever anybody asked me that. Hey, I'm going to marry this guy. Is there a whole bunch of chicks in the past? And it's like, I think so. Yeah. But I think everything's going to be good. Craft Hoarder early on had said, Dax, that's incredibly accurate at the moment in my life for the card of the day.
Yeah, I saw that. Yep.
Yeah, that's really cool. They also said, question, will I do well in June? So pull something
Sorry,
for
gang, the
for
monster's
Michelle.
back. Okay. Will I do good in June? So here is what I've got for you. The first thing we've got the tree and the ring. So you need to really work on your health, and not just your physical health, but your mental health, your chakras, your meditative state, right? You need to get that in order because you've got commitments that you need to keep that may be coming up for you to make. And you need to not be unbalanced because we've got the snake, which means that during these commitments, there could be misunderstanding, there could be lies, there could be someone that's just sneaky enough to mess up some of those contracts, right? And so if you're balanced and you're aware mentally, you will be able to really catch on to those mistakes, those mishaps in the contracts and the commitments, and make sure that they turn out well in June. And so be balanced and ready for June, and it should turn out right.
I reread what Sally said about, if he doesn't get the present. I think she was saying the opposite of what you said. She said, Michelle, because
Oh,
because Sally says, no, I'm going to get rid of him if he doesn't.
oh,
That's how I'm taking it.
yep, I see it now. Yep.
Yeah. So our regular, who, well, hasn't been regular lately, but she's back in here, Nilda, do you see me in a relationship with someone down the road, and will it be a long time relationship, and stuff like that? So you guys know what I do with questions like that. I just start pulling cards till someone shows up. And I was pulling cards and pulling cards and pulling cards and pulling cards and pulling cards, and finally someone showed up. The Knight of Cups. Now, I don't know. He might be a water sign, but not necessarily. What's water? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Doesn't
Yeah.
have to be, though. Maybe a bit of a romantic dreamer kind. But this came after a whole bunch of cards. So this is not right around the corner. I'm going to tell you, Nilda, there's some work to be done. And the very first card, Five of Pentacles, you feel like you're out in the cold. And you need to shift past this. I got the Four of Swords and the Hermit card, both talking about what? Taking a step back from everything reevaluating, I mean, what kind of person do you want to draw in? How can I be more open? Remember those spreads we just did? If you have your own deck, or ask someone to read for you using those spreads, um, to let you know how you can open more and so forth like that. Of course, we talk all the time, and Michelle's going to be talking on Saturday about journaling and, journaling, writing down what are the attributes of the person you want to draw in. But you know what everybody forgets, Michelle? They forget themselves. So when I get asked this kind of question and I pull cards and I'm pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling, waiting for a person to show up, not a pentacle, a court card to show up. When I get a lot of cards, that tells me you need to work on yourself a lot.
Yeah.
That's why the Hermit and the Four of Swords. And this is a big wake up call for you. You need to work on yourself as much as you need to work on figuring out who and how to attract, who you want to attract in and how to attract them in. And it's a 9 world year. This is when you're supposed to be letting go of that baggage from previous relationships and so forth. There's something, I feel like, I don't know. I got this card, Five of Wands, which, Michelle, from the cards of the day, and the Ten of Swords,
Yep.
you know, uh, it's like there's an emotional struggle thing. And the Ten of Swords is talking about there's something that is dead. I mean, literally, this would be overkill. This is what's the phrase, Michelle? Uh beating on a dead horse,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, that kind of thing. So something is completely over, but the dawn is coming up in the background. All right. I feel like even if it's not conscious, you're stuck on relationships from the past or something like that, even though they're over. Okay. And then if you can get past all that, that's the last card. That's when the Knight of Cups comes in. Okay. So I hope that helped you out, Nilda. The next question was from, I think it was from Lorraine.
Rain.
You want to read that one?
Oops. What do I need to
And then we got to get out of here soon, by the
careful
way.
about regarding ahead of me? Feel I may make a wrong decision, not sure about what, but there is a tower ahead of me. Okay. So, Lorraine, you feel like there is a tower ahead of you.
Well, she's actually asking that, though. She's not saying it. She says, not
Is
sure about
there?
what, but is there a tower ahead of me?
Yeah, I see that. Okay.
That'd be great if you pulled the tower card right now, just saying.
It would. Okay, but I didn't. So, wait, one more.
Good.
No.
No
Okay.
tower card, Lorraine. By the way, Lorraine stepped away, but she said she came back.
Yeah, just as we started for her. And so I've got the sun card, which means, dreams and hopes and happiness, right? But your happiness is being depleted by something. So, what is depleting your happiness and your joy? Um, and it's something very loyal to you. I got the pet. So,
Mm,
pets indicate loyalty, best friends, pets. It also indicates your inner self. And so you might be depleting your own inner self. The tower you're feeling is all of the obstacles you are facing. Okay. You've got heavy decisions in front of you. You feel like you can't get over this mountaintop, but okay, the deer down here, they can climb like no other. And if you look, I know this is really hard to see, but in some areas there's animals up in the mountains here. The mountain is not impossible to climb. What you need to do is just stay focused on what it is that is important to you, what it is that is keeping your heart and your passion fueled. And don't let yourself bring it down anymore. Take away the negativity, start with the positive self talk, and you will be on your way. And so that's what I have for you.
Awesome. Yeah, Lorraine said feels heavy, but not sure. Oh, Nilda had a response. She's like, oh man, I'm 65. Okay, let's see. Well, I'm right there with you, gal. I turned 60 and feeling it. I mean, not physically, I feel 30, but getting there, and it's when you've lived as long as we have, there is a lot of baggage, and so we got to work on that, you know. I haven't given up hope yet, so you don't give up hope either. Okay, we got to get out of here. But we had a great time. I want to remind you that the next show coming up is Michelle's Mystic Corner. The
Yay!
power of journaling. And then join us for the premiere of this episode on the International Association of Angel Practitioners celebrating their 10th anniversary. Yeah, so it'll be Sunday, February 16th, 2 p.m. Eastern. That's 11 a.m. Pacific. We went through that whole conversation, right? And
Yep.
you won't find it under lives. You'll find it under just our regular videos, and it'll say upcoming. And you can click notify for you to get notified when the premiere launches. And when it launches live, again, the show's not live. The episode's been pre-recorded by Maria and Ginger, and we uploaded it today, but it'll premiere, but we will all be live in the chat hanging out with you. Who knows, we might even pull some cards for you as we're listening to Maria and Ginger do some cards, some angel messages, things like that. And then if you can't make it Sunday, or if you do make it Sunday, also try to make it on Wednesday. How to ask empowering questions. Oh my God.
Yes.
We, Michelle, we did a whole workshop on this, but um, we need to do this live for the folks that come in and hang out with us and ask questions here on the lives on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Getting you to ask some empowering questions. Oh my
Yes.
God. But the funny secret thing is, Michelle, I actually like the yes no questions because I like pulling my 5 card yes no spread, which we did a whole show on. Uh
Hmm.
is that a Wednesday or two ago or something? Or
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and you can find it in the archive under lives. Um I like doing it because I they ask it, and instead of rewording it, so next Wednesday will be for the people that want to learn how to do that, how to reword the questions. But I kind of gotten into the thing where like I like answering exactly how they asked it and then explain what that means. And then I have 5 cards
Right.
to give me
Yeah,
information. Yep,
yeah. And I like your technique. That's why I was using it tonight too.
exactly. Well, thanks everybody. And we will see you I'll be in the chat with you guys on Saturday
Yes.
for
See you
Michelle's show.
Saturday.
Bye, everybody.